Alright, y'all, we have hooked up and we don't know what it is. We're in our brand new little river boat, Grizzly tracker, and we've come up the river and we have, honestly, I think caught the world record, all jokes aside, skipjack here. And I don't have a net, and it's just hooked very, oh, ha ha, you talk about a jumbo mama jama. So you look at that, that is, I mean, absolutely huge. Now that is a skipjack mama jama. Well, all right, y'all, we're gonna get that thing in the cooler and see my foot. Let's see, that thing is huge. We're gonna get it in the cooler and see if we can't get some more. We'll come up the river, one of our favorite skipjack holes, and we're gonna see what we can do to get us some bait. We're mostly just concerned with bait for tonight, and to be honest, I believe that one skipjack will do all night, but we're gonna go ahead and see if we can't get several anyway, and maybe save some for later, but mostly just for tonight. We've got a brand new boat. Got us a little 1648 Grizzly tracker. Put our smackdown rod holders in here. 25 horse tiller steer, electric start, power tilt and trim, fuel injection, little gas tank, little battery. Got our little seat. There's our catch the fever yellow rods. And here it is, boys. We put our trolling motor on here. We're gonna do a lot more small water fishing, river fishing. This is a big river here, but anyway, let's get this in the cooler, see what we can do. All right, y'all, we're hooked up with something. It may be a white bass, but we're fixing to see. Yep, white bass. Let's see what we can, see if we can get him in here. First throw there with my little underspin and Charlie Brewer slider. There we go. We'll put him in the cooler. They make awfully good catfish bait too. Stick him in there. All right, y'all, we got set up right here where we can throw right straight down this current seam. There's current on the left, current on the right, and we're sitting right in the dead steel middle. And we're gonna see if we can't drag a few of these old skipper jacks in the boat if they don't get unhooked. Some of these things is so doggone big. Oh man. It'd be nice if I'd start carrying a net. Don't you look, don't you just look. My lands. Get around here where the sun ain't killing you. Look at him. Now that is big bait. All right, let's get him in the cooler. All right, we're fixing to make another cast. All we're using is a little pink foley. I've just got a loop knot tied and the foley stuck right on the end of it. Nothing special. 20-pound test and a 1-ounce trolling sinker. Duo lock swivel and about 10-pound braid. We're gonna throw right straight down this current seam. We're setting, I mean, perfect. Now I don't know. First throw got one. I let it go, hit the bottom, and then just start to slowly reel it up through there. We might have got lucky. We'll see. We will see. They may not be real thick up here yet, but I think there's enough we can catch what we need for tonight anyway. We're dragging the bottom, hitting them rocks. I don't think we had no bite that time though. We'll give her another throw. I'll keep you on here for a minute. Alright, she's on the bottom. We may speed it up a little this time. We don't get one on this though, we'll give it a couple of more and then we'll try the flies. But that didn't hit first throw. First throw. Alright, we had one hit it right there. We'll give her one more. Alright, it's on the bottom. We hop it off. Alright, I'm just gonna do a steady retrieve. And then every now and then I'll change it up. I believe we hit a rock that time. Alright, we're gonna put this spoon down and get the fly out and see what happens. Alright, first throw on the fly. I should have turned it on, but I figured it might not. I figured it may take a throw or two, so I just left it off. So earlier the first throw on the fly got one, and then we didn't for a little bit. We swapped, throwed the slider. First throw on the slider got a good white bass. Then it didn't get nothing for a while. We swapped to the spoon. First throw on the spoon got a good skip. And then we throwed it a while, nothing. Now first throw on the fly, I got another skip. So I don't know what they're doing, but I know one thing. We got 3 nice skipjack and a nice white bass. So if that's all we get, we got plenty for tonight. But we're gonna keep on because they might be just hit. All right, here we go. We're fixing to throw it. Things are camera shy. Seems like. We'll see what happens. Keep you on and see if we can get one while we've got you. There are definitely some on this seam. Could be thicker. I've been here and it's so thick. You could throw 5 flies. I seen one there. You could throw 5 flies at a time and have 5 skips. But anyway, all right, y'all. Yeah, buddy. So they're here. Like I say, we'll get us several. We've already got what we need to fish, but I'm not gonna stay all through the night and all day tomorrow like I do a lot of times. I'm gonna go home sometime tonight or early in the morning. I got me plenty of ice in this cooler. So if I do manage to fill it up, we may have to take my water out. There's my water in my Bucky's bag. But anyway, we're having fun. All right, let's see what we can do here. See if we can get another. Get it. Let it sink just a little. All right. Just a slow retrieve. gonna hit it. It ain't late evening yet either. I hope to be anchored up by then, but ain't no telling. If it was about dusk, prime time, there ain't no telling. I believe fella might be dragging them in, because I'm starting to get a little action each throw. Let's see what it does. I'm not even gonna pop it. I'm just gonna slow her way down. Just see. I can't help it. There he is. A lot of time, boy. I don't know if that's a skipjack or not. It probably straightened the hook out. Did you see it strip drag? Kind of pulled itself loose. A lot of times when you just barely slowly retrieving it and then give it one little old twitch, if they're anywhere close, if they're on it, they'll pop it. That's what that one did. And but it pulled so hard it got loose. Well, we got one of them anyways. Wow, that's not a, wow, son, I want you to look. Woo, doggy. That is not, absolutely not a skipjack. That is a massive crappie. I want you to know. Wow. Look at that crappie. Son. Alright, we're gonna get him in the cooler. And he'll probably go home. And me and Mama eat him. Alright, y'all. We have got into, I tell you what. Here's another one. Another one of them absolute slab crappie. My goodness. Whoo, son. As good as they are for bait, big as these are, these ain't bait. These going in the frying pan. Lord have mercy, what pretty crappie. Wow, right on this current seam, right in this little eddy. I mean, the water is whipping around the outside of me down that other bank right over there, and it's so dead right here where I'm at. I don't know if you can see it, but there's my anchor rope, and I'm upstream. That's downstream. So I'm in a dead eddy way up the French Broad River, right in the absolute middle of nowhere. And this is the kind of places that I'm wanting to start fishing. I like the river. I growed up on the rivers. I started out on the river, and I like the river. Them are nice ones. All right. Well, our jigs got tangled up that time. Let's get them undone. Give it a fair try here. See what happens. We're just gonna ease him along. Boy, I'd like to get a whole cooler full of them. Probably won't happen, but it would be nice. All right. We might put us on a crappie jig, an actual Bobby Garland or something. I don't know. They hit this, so who knows? That could have been the only two out there. I doubt it. All right, we might try. All right, y'all, we swapped over to the Charlie Brewer on the Road Runner underspin. Look at there. We got us another. So, ain't that something? Hey, definitely some in here. He ain't as big as them others, but he's still. All right, y'all, we swapped back to the spoon for a minute. And it took a couple of throws, but we got one. I ain't sure if we're gonna get it. He's trying to get an anchor rope. I don't like having to pull on him that hard. But yeah, I thought it might be. It's a white bass. It's all right. That's all right. They may be on white better, but I ain't got white on. I keep thinking I might ought to try it, but I'm catching fish on what I'm using, so I hate to change. Let's see if you can get a good look at him. All right, we'll get him in the cooler. See what else we got. All right, we got on this fly here. We threw our spoon for a little while. Here we go. Got us another white bass. We'll take him. We'll take him. Hey, hook just fell right out. We're starting to get a pretty good mess of fish in there. Old Bucky's water bag might have to go away soon. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. I want to be up here in prime time, but I also want to have catfish bait in the water at prime time. So it's kind of a hard thing, ain't it? I ain't been keeping up with the time real good, but the sun's starting to get a little lower. I might need to quit, get down river and get on anchor. This would be a perfect location. Anchor both ends and put bait right down this seam. Good fresh bait. Subject to catch a monster striper up in here. I'm gonna go back down. There's one. There's one. I believe that's a skippy. I'm gonna go back down. Yeah, it was. He spit it out. Doggone it. See if we can get another. I'm gonna go back down and get in another current seam, probably for last little bit of daylight, first few hours of dark. Oh. All right, getting a phone call. We'll check it. All right, y'all, we're off the telephone now. Back on the jumbo skipperjack. Woo, dog, won't you look? Cut. Yes. Man, fish all night long with one of them. Hey, Lord. Come here, big boy. Yeah, what do you think? That is nice. I'll get him right here. So our fly leader there's 20-pound test. They ain't a bit line shy. So it helps a little bit. If I can get a hold of that line, I can pick them up. And, well, that is a absolute jumbo. All right, let's get him in the box. Oh, won't be long. There's plenty of ice down in there, and we'll shake them up here directly. We'll get another one or two. It's too fun to quit. Oh, I need to see what time it is. Let's see. 7:30. Well, I ain't got long. I need to get back down the river before it gets dark on me. Let's see what happens. It's really just now a good time to really catch them. But I've got what I need for tonight. Probably then some. So they've been kind of just I don't know, it's been a variance really, but that narrow just on a slow retrieve. I see some starting to come up over here. Let's see if we can get in them. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're starting to come up. Breaking water out there. Breaking water. I didn't quite get to them, and then they went back down the river. See what happens. It's a good sign though. They start up the river good, them big blues come with them. Yeah, they're in there. I missed two and caught one. We may go ahead and see if we can fill the cooler up, who knows. He's under the rope, over the rope. He went plumb over it. Oh, these things are so big that these hooks will almost straighten out on. These are just old cheap Bass Pro marabou hair flies, but that's just really, I mean, they seem to really like them. They like them better than anything else. So, and I pulled him too hard, so he got off. There's one. Man, these next few weeks up here is going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'll come back one day next week, Lord willing, and bring the big cooler and go ahead and stock the freezer. Come on, fishy. If they'll give me a little slow spell and stay down where I can't see them and not bite my jig, I'll be able to go on down and get anchored up on some catfish. I'll give it another couple of throws and that'll be it. The boat has actually finally turned around, and the rear of the boat is now for the first time facing downriver. I've been upstream, blowed upstream ever since I've been here. Alright, y'all. We have officially landed a white bass. White bass. It's hard to leave biting fish. I've done it before. Most of the time, ended up regretting it. All right, how many more throws? Let's do 3 more. Here's one. Well, my line's all wadded up. See if we can get enough pulled off before we get hung. I shouldn't do this, but I have issues, and that's bothering me. All right, we got the knot out. Now's our jigs hung. All right, our jigs ain't hung, so we're good. All right, this was number 1. There's one. I think it's, no, yeah, it's a skip. Whoo, son. All right, there's one of the 3. Or do we get 3 without a fish? I think it should be 3 without a fish. Well, that one don't count because we caught a fish. 3 throws without a fish. Here's one. Man, it's getting that time. I'd almost just do this till dark and then go home. Alright, she's out there. Kind of work it down that current a little bit. It'll find its way in the seam. And now it's in the seam. All right. There's another one. That should be a white bass. They got a different dig to them. That's 2 casts, but both of them got fish, so we've still got 3. Get him up here. We're gonna have some good groceries, because ain't no way I can use all this for catfish bait one night, and if I do, it's gonna be a real good video. Here's one. There it is. See what happens. This video will be my first bait catching trip in the new boat. The boat is for the skinny water, and we're gonna name it Skinny Mini, because it's a miniature boat. And we're gonna fish skinny water and Skinny Mini. And sometimes we'll fish big water. Alright, y'all. I don't see no fish. There's one. There's 2. Let's just do a steady pop and reel and see what happens. Well, we may be getting our second one in with no fish. One more and we're done. See what happens. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright, y'all. That's 3 throws, no fish. I said 3 and we'd quit. Gives us just enough time to get downriver, get set up before dark, make our life a lot easier to do that. Let me give you one last look in here. Would you look at that? That is a pig. All right, y'all. We're gonna call it quits. Let me get this thing turned around where you can see me. This is Anthony, Shining Light Fishing. Appreciate all you guys that watch these videos. Like I say, this is our new boat. We're gonna start doing a lot more smaller river fishing, from musky fishing, walleye fishing, trolling, white bass, you name it. I love to fish of all kinds. So we're gonna go back to eventually. We're gonna do some videos on the little river that I began and absolutely started in the very beginning when I was just a little old bitty boy. Go bullhead fishing, catch. We used to catch sometimes 100 a night off the bank. So we're gonna do a lot of different things in a new skinny mini. There they are. Successful bait trip. Broke in the boat right. Catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate you watching. And remember, Jesus